Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my FM Signals info show. My name is still Damir Galesh from good old Germany. And tonight to another, once again to another 48 hours technical analysis and synthesis with the US dollar. I'm choosing the US dollar the last 24 hours of this week, so I'm wanting to, I want to make in a little bit longer outlook and analysis, and I'm choosing the US dollar, proudly the most influenced currency of the world. So analyze this stuff again. It's still yours. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm choosing the dollar index. Here we see the weekly lines. It's of course Friday, Central European Time, 0:39 on the 10th February 2012. So welcome again. Um, okay, delete the sound on my broadcast. Okay. By the way, let's go on. Okay. Let's start it again. Okay, it's here's the dollar, and I want to make an analysis about the dollar. Here we see the weekly line. Always, by the way, the yearly highs and lows. The actuality year we see it best at this year, 2012, of course. The high in sky blue, the actually high and the actually low, and in blue the year before. So by the way, here and here on the lows here, you understand it better, the actuality year and the year after. Here by the way, the highs and the year after. Okay, and midline of the actuality or year before line. So by the way, but that's not so important, or not as much. Here, what I want to say, here we see the historical lows, 2008, then 2009 the lows, then 2010, and here 2011. So we here see the USD index on yes, historical levels, low levels, around about 10% above. And the question is, if we see here this line, will we see a much lower dollar? Yes, that's the main question. At autumn or in summer, here it was yes. I thought honestly we will go yes broadly above 80, much more higher, perhaps yes, but this was before downgrade in QE3. So, and yes, now it's perhaps a question, or it's time for me, or I'm asking myself, yes, will we see a lower dollar this year? Because we will see 1, 2, 3, 4 in the fifth. We are in the fifth week, and we see a lower prices. So, okay. By the way, let's take a look on the daily chart. Here we see it much better. Daily chart, the same thing, but on quarterly. Here on the quarterly basic, the quarter highs and lows, and we see here on daily. Here we created something like a top, and now we are trading on quarterly lows. So, and something above the mid price of last quarter. Here the low of last quarter, even since the rally started in October. So interesting. Yeah, perhaps it was something like a turnaround for the next days and weeks. Here the 4 hour, once again. 4 hour we see the downside trend much better. Here on monthly highs and lows. And we see here we are falling, we are trading under the month lows of January here, 1 to 3 days before. So yes, it seems like that we will see end of the month, to stay in this context or time frame, lower prices. And on hourly, here hourly. So here we see, of course, the most interesting chart. We see here the weekly high and lows, and we see here we are trading round about yes, about the low of last week. Yes, of course, also interesting. And tomorrow data come out, so it will be interesting. Will we come back and perhaps yes, try to go up here on weekly basis, or will we fall back? Here in yellow we see the trading session of New York, of course, while the Dow Jones open and closed. Also the mainstream, the equity, of course. Yes, I'm thinking I don't need to say that the future is longer open, of course. And by the way, we see here today Thursday, yesterday Wednesday, and Tuesday and Monday. We see here this Monday, Tuesday, this sell-off in the dollar. So, and that's the reason why I'm choosing this chart and ask myself and ask YouTube, YouTube, of course, stay aware, stay cautious, and perhaps money goes out of the dollar, or the dollar even is tradable at lower prices, the cross trades, of course. It seems like. Okay, by the way, here of course now 30-minute charts in the end. So 30-minute charts, they are here on daily basis. We see the daily highs and lows. Here we see 30 minutes, also very interesting. Here the next time session on Friday. And we see we've got always lower prices, lower highs, and here this sell-off once again. So very interesting. Very interesting. Interesting is of course too that we are always here, perhaps for here we've got something perhaps on after Monday and Tuesday sell-off, perhaps something like a bottom on the short term, but on the bigger term daily it still looks like bearish. Yes. Here we see daily time frame, perhaps something like a consolidation, but red, green, red. Yes, don't have, how to say, I will never ever say it. I don't have enough cojones, like the Hispanics say last time here, right here and now. But yes, the courage to buy dollar here. So on a weekly time frame, of course, too. However, let's go more into detail. Create a technical analysis. Here we see the 4 time frame. And before we do that, perhaps we should make a little bit a view of the economic calendar. Yes. Oh, excuse me, it's pretty fresh cold here, Stuttgart. Today's note again. Lightly white paper, white snow. Let's get a view on the economic calendar. I'm choosing once again the daily FX home calendar. Here it's Central European time, GMT 1, of course. And if we see here the time of this week, there wasn't some important influence data this week, but tomorrow much more important. Of course, here for us traders, the Michigan confidence for the economic view. Yes, basic data, trade balance, and the US budget statement of January also. So trade balance, current account didn't have insight. Of course, for the longer view, more interesting, but for us traders, of course, high. Here the Michigan confidence. So yes, take a view on it. Of course, it will have influence for tomorrow. Oh, that's the wrong. So here, okay. So by the way, here, okay, let's come to an end, or make this analysis synthesis ready. Here we see the 4th hourly time frame, and interesting for me is the fact here this upside trend. If we go back, here we see in April and May, even on end of not last year, year before, We see, oh no, this is last year. Yes, that's the 4-hourly, yes, of course. Since April and May, we've got here this upside trend. Then the lower prices here around about July, August, and then this massive outbreak. And here once again, so this line worked until here in the summer last year and in October after shortly sell off. And now we are trading something a little bit above it. So very interesting, and that's the basic signal, or the reason why I wouldn't say bearish. After we fall down and break this line, then we are, in my opinion, in a bearish scenario for the dollar. Then it would be bearish, but yes, that's the basic signal. And here the second one, 2. So we are here, if you want, on a crossroad. Yes, crossroad is a good name. Here on a cross triangle, if you want. Cause here, this is, or I would put it in a context as an high, as on top, cause we are even trading under this line. So if we are come back to higher prices, round about now about 79 and something a little bit more, then it's a new scenario. So right here, right now, we are even in this scenario, and now it's even the $1 or $1 billion questions. Yes, to buy or sell the dollar, and that decision will that's the question, even for not only for tomorrow, for next week, or perhaps
incoming mail.
Of course, that's the question for February. So take a look on the dollar index. That's the main signal from tonight or today. For all traders which are trading the DXY future or the dollar future, I'm putting here some lines inside. Here, if we here we see here this the first high after the outbreak and the second high, and we are trading here a little bit above it right here right now. So here, let's zoom a little bit. Here we see the outbreak in December, then once again September, nearly before Christmas, then the high in the 1st January, and then pretty sell-off. And right here now, if we zoom again, we are trading here at this area. So it's very interesting, but zoom a little bit because we don't see all the lines here. Yes, we see here the 4-hour. We are trading here under this line, under this trend. We'll fall back even on Monday or Tuesday. Monday we broke the big line here once again. Monday we broke the big line, Tuesday the shortly line, and now we are trading, creating consolidation above these two lines. So once again we are here at the crossroads or triangle, yes. To put this all in a context, I'm creating here two lines again, not here. So okay, yes, to put this all in a context from the from outside impacts of the law, not technically, much more from the Fed or of course or the ratings. So I'm putting here two lines here on 9 August 2011, after the AAA, after the US rated, the rating agencies put the downrated the US dollar or the US government policy, if you want. Then here I put it the line, and it was round about 75. So yes, and here the second line was even after QE3 or Operation Twist started. And interesting, of course, for me is in this context, as I put it down, I'm choosing the day after, so the next day while the future started. Yes, while the future started, next trading day after the decision. So and interesting for me is here these two lines. If we put it here, the day vertical and the price line here, horizontal, of course, then that we've that was here round about this line, and I thought then yes, to sell the dollar, but it works in another way. However, and interesting is after the decision that here in October, as we broke the line, we fell down under, and even at the price levels were as the AAA rating decision was even about 75. So perhaps it's how do you say in English? Zufall, how this word? It perhaps one moment. Yes, of course. So yes, coincidentality is the word, or accident, that we are fall even on these levels, but I don't believe in something like this. So try always to put it in context. I don't know is the context right or wrong. That's another question. But by the way, yes, we fall here even on these price levels, and then makes a turn around. So very interesting. And the same stuff we see here while Mr. Bernanke and the Fed announces their not Q3 Operation Twist program. So yes, and yes, we are here as a dollar trader, of course, here at the point as as I would say, Bernanke and Ryan started their twist. So by the way, however, yes, what to do, what to make, I don't know. I don't have any illusions or conclusions, or I would wait and see. And I wouldn't say sell the dollar or buy the dollar. I would do that if we are fall constantly, if we are fall brightly, of course, about one of this range. So in this range, I'm pretty neutral for the dollar. Would wait and see, and I wouldn't sell at once if we fall down or break up. I would wait perhaps 1 week or 2 weeks. So but for intraday traders, of course, I will creating daily videos, and then we will see case to case. But for the head, put it in the February ordner, so the dollar index. So it will be, or I will take a more focus than usually. Yes, for the dollar. Of course, I'm testing here an trading program, so don't get confused if you heard this. Okay, by the way, that's all for today. Yes, take care. Always get a view of the index, and wish you the best. I'm over and out. That's all for today, for this week. Wish you the best, of course. Once again, take response, take aware, get an eye off the US dollar in February before, and have a great weekend. See you, or you will listening next week. Bye bye.